So when did you first hear about Casio watches?
Years. Since I was a kid.
And what do you like about them?
Well, just the style, slim.
Do you have,
And the calculator, since it's old school. That's why, I bought it.
do you have any funny stories about your watch?
They always last long. That's why, I usually buy them. I have a black one just like that. The leather black one. And I bought this one because, it's classy a little. So, yeah. But they're good watches. They last long.
And do you want to tell us your name?
My name? Louis.
So, when did you first hear about Casio watches?
Me, 2 years ago from a friend.
And what do you like about them?
Sporty looking, very durable in all seasons, all weathers. So I took a liking to it.
And do you have any funny stories about your watch?
A lot of compliments. No funny stories, but a lot of compliments.
So when did you first hear about Casio watches?
Oh, years ago.
And what do you like about them?
It just look, I don't know. I'm not really good at interviews, bro.
Do you have any funny stories about your watch?
One time I couldn't see in the dark in my room, and I just tapped the light to see what was going on. That's it. It's pretty much.
And do you want to tell us your name?
Pablo.
So when did you first hear about Casio watches?
Forever ago. A long time ago.
And what do you like about them?
They're simple and they're cheap.
Do you have any funny stories about your watch?
It's a great question. I don't think so, honestly. I mean, they break all the time. No, that's not true. Not all the time. I feel like I have to get less than like 40 years.
And you want to tell us your name?
Yeah, my name's Collier.
Alright, so what do you like about Casio watches?
Adorable.
And do you have any funny stories about your watch?
Oh yeah? No, not really, sadly. I got a bunch of them, all colors. I know that. I think I got like 10 of them.
You want to tell us your name?
Yeah.
So, when did you first hear about Casio watches?
I was looking for a watch on like the internet like 6 months ago, and I saw this watch and I was like, damn, this is a cool watch.
And what do you like about Casio watches?
I like that it can light up. I don't know if it's doing it right now, but sometimes it doesn't quite do it. But I like that it can light up. I like that it beeps on the hour. It helps me tell the time. And I like the style of it. I think it goes with whatever I'm wearing.
And do you have any funny stories about your watch?
I have one very funny story. But no, I don't have any funny stories that I can share about my watch.
And do you want to tell us your name?
Sure, Rue. R-U-E.
Okay, so when did you first hear about Casio watches?
When I joined the military.
And what do you like about it?
It's you don't need to what do you say? You don't need to change the battery so much. So I've never changed mine. I used mine the whole service of the military, and it's still working. And it got what it needs. The time, an alarm, and a timer. Yeah. So they're simple and it's cheap.
Do you have any funny stories about your watch?
No, not really. I don't know. I was in the military, so not so much funny stories.
And you want to tell us your name?
It's a Swedish name called Birger, but you can call it like burger in the American accent.
So, when did you first hear about Casio watches?
I don't know. It's from my 15th year of life.
And what do you like about Casio watches?
It lasts a long time.
And do you have any funny stories about your watch?
Oh, no, unfortunately not.
Do you want to tell us your name?
Anna.
So when did you first hear about Casio watches?
I think in 4th grade I had the Calculator watch.
And what do you like about them?
I like this one because it's clear and kind of goes with anything. I've used it a lot recently, so it's kind of dirty, but I don't know. I just like the way this watch looks. I like that it looks like an Audemars Piguet, the Royal Oak shape.
And do you have any funny stories about your watch?
I got in trouble for cheating. No, okay, this one, I got in trouble for cheating with the Calculator watch when I was in like 4th grade. This one, I don't know though. This one is pretty new.
And you want to tell us your name?
I'm Claire.
When did you first hear about Casio watches?
A while ago. I usually pick this up. It's my work watch, so it's cheap, easy to work around. Honestly, I've had it for probably about this one 3 years, but I usually pick them up. They're inexpensive.
And what do you like about them?
Like I said, they're inexpensive. They look they're a nice casual watch to wear for a cheap price. So I kind of wear this one's for work, but then I also have other colors that I use, whether just to go out and things like that.
Do you have any funny stories about your watch?
I don't. I apologize. Not at the moment.
And you want to tell us your name?
John.
So when did you first hear about Casio watches?
Ooh, shit. My grandma bought me one a long time ago, the one that had a calculator. That's my first Casio watch. Now I use them for work. I work in construction, so, you know, they're definitely the most durable watches.
And what do you like about them?
They're reliable. You know, I've changed the battery on this once. I've had it maybe like 5 years. And they take a beating, man. I work in commercial construction, and they're good. They're good watches for sure.
Do you have any funny stories about your watch?
I mean, not a funny story per se. I'll say that Casio released a version of the original G-Shocks, and I wore it for my birthday. And my friends ended up liking it so much. I was like, what? I didn't expect you guys to like it so much. But they said that it reminded them of like the OG ones, which is exactly my intention. So it was nice that I got complimented on a simple G-Shock, you know?
And you want to tell us your name?
I'm Nestor Perez. I'm a New York City carpenter.
Nice. Maybe two years.
Is that when you first heard about Casio watches?
Yes.
And do you have any funny stories about your watch?
In the store. In the Casio store.
Where?
The Macy's. 34th Street and 7th Avenue.
And do you want to tell us your name?
Steven.
I wish mine was vintage.
So, when did you first hear about Casio watches?
I think it was, what is it? Not Jurassic Park. What's the movie that that's in? I think there's like a James Bond
There was
one.
a James Bond
There's a James
film
Bond.
that model was in.
Yeah, and they kind of faked it, and I thought it was cool. But I think there's some movie in the 90s that I'm blanking on right now that I saw it in, and I'm like, I want that.
What do you like about Casio watches?
It's just cheap and it's indestructible. You know? That's all I need.
Do you have any funny stories about your watch?
I don't, sadly. I went to Japan and I tried to find it there, but they've moved on to fancier ones, I feel like.
You want to tell us your name?
My name's Jeremy.
Yeah.
So, when did you first hear about Casio watches?
I don't know, since I was born. Like, I'm from Romania, so a lot of people buy Casio watches because they're more affordable for the usual consumer.
And what do you like about them?
I like these ones because they look like really vintage, like they're like a Game Boy or a Tokyo in the 80s. They remind me of that era.
And do you have any funny stories about your watch?
No, not anymore. Usually that I get complimented that I wear two of them.
And you want to tell us your name?
My name is Jules.
So when did you first hear about Casio watches?
I've been wearing Casio like for as long as I can remember, really. I kind of graduated from the G-Shocks when I was a teenager and then moved on to Casios because I like the vintage look and a small watch face.
it's so hard. Well, it's hard to find women wearing Casios. Way harder to find one wearing a G-Shock. They only got one so far. So what do you like about Casio watches?
I like that it's digital, easy to wear. They last a long time. They're quite tough. So yeah.
Do you have any funny stories about your watch?
Not really, actually. I had this one exactly the same like 5 years ago, and I would wear it in the water, and this bit actually broke, and then I just replaced it because I loved it so much. And then this one's been pretty sturdy since then.
And do you want to tell us your name?
Mia.
So when did you first hear about Casio watches?
I mean, well, I'm from Japan, so I guess like, you know, I heard about it like since I was born, I guess, yeah.
And what do you like about it?
For this specifically, for this model, I mean, I'm still a university student, so I don't have that much money. This costed me like what, like $30 maybe. So it was like pretty cheap. It was within my reach. So yeah, and it looked pretty cool. So.
Do you have any funny stories about your watch?
Do I have any funny stories? Not funny stories, but like with this watch especially, I've been using it pretty rough. I dropped it like many times, but it still works, you know. For $30, I think it's really worth it. So yeah, it's definitely one of my favorites.
And do you want to tell us your name?
Yeah, sure. My name is Daniel.
So I'm gonna continue.
Oh yeah, sorry.
You see a lot of people in Japan wearing them?
I guess so. Yeah, I mean Casio is a Japanese brand, so yeah. My dad wears them, my mom as well. You know, a lot of people around me wears it.
So when did you first hear about Casio watches?
Years ago, man.
So when did you first hear about Casio watches?
I think years ago. Yeah.
And what do you like about Casio watches?
The price and the style and durability. Yeah.
And do you have any funny stories about your watch?
Not yet.
Do you want to tell us your name?
Key.
So when did you first hear about Casio watches?
I was a kid.
I had that calculator one.
Yeah, that's the one I want.
And what do you like about Casio watches?
They're just cool. Kind of classic, sleek.
So when did you first hear about Casio watches?
Oh, a long time ago, when I was young. 14, 13.
And what do you like about the watch?
Durable. This lasts long.
Do you have any funny stories about it?
I'm sorry, no.
And you want to tell us your name?
Yeah. My name? Chelsea.
So when did you first hear about Casio watches?
No entiendo igual.
No English?
No English. No speak English.
Oh, all right. So do you want to tell us your name? What's your name?
My name? Gaston.